morning and welcome back. Joining us for our final segment this morning. It's all about GiggedBz. And we have creator and developer of GiggedBz, Miss Karina Bull, and artist and of course entrepreneur, Miss Brahida Hala. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's talk about GiggedBz. I understand it's an app for
It's actually a website.
Oh, okay,
It's
a
a
website.
website.
All right,
Not
let's
an app as yet.
All right,
Yes.
let's get into the development of GiggedBz and why you felt the need to have one.
Okay, so GiggedBz is a website that was inspired by the struggles I saw my parents go through as a child. So my parents were a mason and a seamstress, and they really struggled to get their name out there despite them being very skilled at what they were doing. So my idea when I actually went to Taiwan to study, I saw like these marketplaces where people can sell the services that they have, and it's easier for people to find, and it also opens up the variety and the options that they have, right? And I also realized that because of the limitations that we have with payment systems and so on, then we as Belizeans, we couldn't access these marketplaces because if you don't have like a credit card or something like that, you can't afford to pay for these services.
Yeah.
And then I thought, but I've seen my parents be skilled service providers struggle to get their name out there. Why don't I create a place to help other people who offer services in Belize have a place where they can showcase what they do, and then it can help small businesses across the country to have access to the people who offer these services. And not just anybody, people who have been checked, people who are genuine people offering services. They're skilled individuals and they are skilled in the different fields that they are in.
How is GiggedBz, more dynamic or different from a social media page per se?
Okay, so it's different because, for instance, on a social media page, you are promoting your own business, right? And you have to drive traffic to your social media page. You have to drive engagement to your social media page. On GiggedBz, we have a bunch of people who offer services promoting their businesses. And when you as a customer, go to this page, you have access to seeing multiple options. You don't just see one business and have to jump to another page and start looking up and so on. And the difference with it as well is that we have incorporated like the Belizean payment systems, and we are working to get more of them on it. So right now we have like a bank deposit and eCash that we can verify online and let sellers know, okay, this has been paid for and so on.
So I don't need a credit card.
Yeah, you don't need a credit card. And so when you come here, multiple people come. So the same way one seller brings one customer to the platform while you're there browsing, you will also see all the other services that are there. So it's not just seeing one business at a time, you're seeing multiple service providers from all across the country.
Would a directory be a fair description, so to speak?
It is not a directory because the service is booked through the platform.
Okay.
So it's booked through the platform, and you can only leave reviews and ratings of the services that are done if you book a service to the platform. So everything on the platform is genuine. So it's not just a directory, because we encourage you to book the services to the platform. That way we can also help to, if you have any problems in the future, we can go back to the agreements that you made with each other to see how we can help to mediate whatever problems that you have.
Let's bring Brahida into the conversation. We know you from the world of art, so
Yes.
this may be fairly new for you transitioning into entrepreneurship.
Well,
Talk to us about that.
it's like claiming that word, because as an artist, you are an entrepreneur. You're working for yourself. It's a different form of providing for yourself,
Yeah.
a tougher road, but you are an entrepreneur. You still have to think like a business person. Like this is like me coming back into the scene. I've been out for a while. So this year coming back, I really did focus on learning what is a business more, because only last year did I think of myself as an entrepreneur when someone called me an entrepreneur. So, it really motivated me to go into learning more about business. And, it's really hard as an artist to detach yourself, because you're coming from a place of passion.
Yeah.
It's creative. And while business has so many rules. It's so detached. You know, it's hard to find that balance. So it is a work in progress when it is like thinking of yourself as a business person, because you still have to do the work. You still have to push your product out there, push your services out there. You still have to go to people and be like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do. Because as you guys know, my art isn't the pretty stuff, it's about social justice. So it's me making those connections to letting the organization knows that this is what I do. Let's use a different form of communication with society to talk about these things and to inspire people, because as an artist, my job is to inspire you. So it's learning how to do that, as well as an artist, well, for my work, it needs funding like any other NGO. So it's like how to write those proposals, to get those sponsorship, to create the work that I do.
So you are on the GiggedBz website. So how has GiggedBz helped you to maneuver this new entrepreneurship space?
Gig is new, so it is still a growing process with them, but it's like one step into pushing yourself out there, because as any business, you need to connect yourself, you need to network. So this is a great opportunity to do so, because even though I would say I know what my following is, so I know I'm not gonna accomplish what it is that I want to with the following that I have. So maybe on a different platform, it will get me what it is that I'm seeking. So the more you connect with different platforms, the better you can grow as a person and your business too. Because the more people see you connecting, the more people will gravitate towards you too. Because we're attracted by what's popular, so it is also a strategic plan as well.
Let me quiz you for a bit here, Brigida, because perhaps it's a question that I've been pondering all this while and didn't know who to put it to. Glad you're here. So you have a situation where some artists create for the passion of it. They're inspired to present to the world these pieces, these works of art. And they're not so much driven by the commercial aspect of it. But at the same time, as an artist, you need to eat. You need to be able to buy your paint and your easel and your canvas and all of these other things. Now, how do you balance all of that? Because at the end of the day, you also need to be able to market your product, especially if you're using such a platform. How do you balance all of that?
Well, it's like I said, it's not an easy path. So sometimes you're going to make enough money to last a month, and then you have to go back and hustle again. So this is why I'm acknowledging myself as an entrepreneur. I realize I need a steady income. So it's not just for me to create these things that I want to. Like my services, I can do curation. So if you're an artist who wants to have an art show, but you're scared or you don't know what to do, you can come to me. We'll sit down. We're going to look for sponsorship together if we need
like
sponsorship.
A consultation,
you know, like consultation. So this is one of my services that I'm providing. Also, I have my after-school program from 4 to 5, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. So that's another thing that I'm developing. It's, you know, everything is new this year, so
you're stepping out of just the creator bubble.
I'm coming out just being an artist and not thinking that I have bills to pay. You know, I'm getting serious. Like, I'm acknowledging in your 20s it's cute, in your 30s it is not.
It's a habit at this point.
In your 40s, you have to already have a plan in place for the rest of your life, right?
I'm thinking about the stability, like, you know, I'm a modern day hippie, but you know, I have to get with the reality that bills are real. You know, you want to leave something. I have like a niece now, so I'm thinking about her. She's the inspiration for the stability on that part. So, you know, you kind of have to think, because then we're not painting all these massive paintings. Some artists are doing small things, and the art that you make isn't for everyone. That's the hard part, especially for me. The art that I make isn't for everyone. So it's to be creative in that, because then you could do your murals, and like I said, you know, you paint a mural, it's gonna last you a couple months, but you need that steadiness.
Are
and
you
that's the
open?
struggle.
Are you open to requests from persons? So if I would like for you to do a portrait or something,
That's not my. That's not
That's
my.
not your-
That's
okay.
not my style. You know, that's not what I'm offering. My offer is mostly social justice work. I am open to different things, but it needs to be in my niche of my
Yeah.
creativity.
Absolutely.
And what I don't want to be is like every other artist in Belize. So this, I know what my niche is, you know, and I'm going to offer what it is that I do. I can refer you to a different artist. I would never have a problem with that because, you know, all the artists need to eat, I believe.
Let's go back to Karina a bit here and talk about GiggedBz as a platform where you can find all of these services and what have you. How has it grown since inception? You came back from Taiwan having seen this service, so to speak, being developed there. You want to implement your version of it in Belize and its local market space. What has been the growth and the trajectory of GiggedBz?
Okay, so Gigged has been a journey. It's been a journey because I started this business when I was still in Taiwan. And initially, getting people to join the company was a struggle. They didn't quite believe that it was real. They didn't believe that it was something that would stick around. They didn't believe, okay, because so the platform, the sellers are responsible to creating profiles, creating their listings. They manage their listings and their profiles on the platform, and we market the platform itself. So they didn't see the worth in doing the investment into that time.
Right.
However, within the first year, we managed to get a lot of no's and 20 yeses. And so with these 20 yeses, it made it easier when I would approach service providers for them to come in and see, okay, there are some people there. There are some sellers who have made that investment. And now we have over 100 service providers on the platform.
Wow.
And we cover about 10 different categories that support small businesses. So everything from like marketing, accounting, technology, so creating websites and so on. And we have, you know, the artists and we have the art category, and we have people to help with cleaning your house. And we cover a wide range of services. So it's easier today than it was a year and a half ago to approach people and say, hey, join this platform. I also find that because now we have multiple services on the platform and people have options on who to hire and so on, they're not just limited, then I am getting customers to slowly come in and say, okay, there are people that I can hire here. I'm not just limited to those that are around me. And they also come to me asking for recommendations. Who would you recommend to do this? This is what I need. Do you have somebody that you can recommend for this specific job, and so on?
I'll tell you what, it looks a lot easier than Belize buy and sell. I'm just because I was looking at the platform just now, and usually when I need, for example, an electrician, I have to ask a friend of a friend of a friend to help me find somebody. So it seems that it would be user-friendly for Belizeans and for local entrepreneurs and businesses.
Yes.
So it's very easy to set up as well.
Okay, let's talk about how you set up your profile.
Well, it asks you to like explain what your business is, and then you set out your services and what the cost is, so people can pay instantly, or you can make arrangements if you want to.
But you can negotiate.
Okay. And courier services as well.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies, GiggedBz is here to stay. Congratulations on this accomplishment. Where can we find you, your services? I know you said GiggedBz.com, but any other platforms that we could find out more about GiggedBz?
Okay, so GiggedBz is on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, and the link to connect to us is actually through WhatsApp, because it's just for me more convenient because I still live in Taiwan. So I'm running all of this from Taiwan.
Okay.
So you can connect with us to any of these links, and the WhatsApp number is on the website itself, and you can also find it on our Instagram and Facebook accounts.
Okay. GiggedBz. GiggedBz.
.bz. Yes. And you know, that's like, it's for small gigs, right? So you
Okay.
need somebody to come in and do a little gig for you. So that's what it is. So it's small gigs. So it's GiggedBz. Yes.
I like the explanation because I honestly never made it get it, but thanks. Thanks, ladies, so much for coming in. Best of luck, and I
Thank
really
you.
hope that it turns out to be much bigger than it already is.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us.
We got to take the break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up things here on OYE. Stay with us.